Find out in the today's special presentation why. Now I'm just going to give you a little heads up. We have 3 sizes. Just if you saw it earlier and you were thinking about it, the large is the most limited. I think the large is going to actually sell out in this presentation. So there's some scoop for you right there. We've got the shorter. If you're shorter than 5'5", the medium goes between 5'5" to 5'10". Taller than 5'10", you want to get that large, but please remember, it is almost gone. So Dr. Chris, come on out. Good to have you back.
Good to be here, Suzanne.
Nice to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Sure.
Okay, so we've got a lot to talk about. Why do you recommend that everyone should do this every day?
Well, there's 2 ways to answer that, Suzanne. The simple answer is we all need to elevate our legs every day because of the challenges of gravity. As soon as we step out of bed in the morning, we're having to battle against gravity because the veins have to get the blood from the feet all the way back to the heart. That causes the veins to be under pressure. That causes that aching, heavy feeling and swelling. The other way to look at why we need to elevate our legs every day is we're going to run through the list of people who could benefit from elevating their legs. And your viewers are going to recognize 2 or 3 in that list. There's just so many reasons that people who benefit from leg elevation. People with vein problems, people with leg injuries, women who are pregnant, patients having surgery, people with lymphedema. Athletes can use it to reduce muscle soreness. People who stand or sit all day at work, you know, can relieve that aching, heavy feeling they get. And then the biggest indication, there's no better way to relax. So, you know, you look at that long list and everyone's got one of those at least.
It's amazing too, when you see that list, you have that aha moment and you go, I didn't think I needed that. Now, the problem is we say, why don't I just grab a pillow? I'll put 3 pillows up here and that'll do the trick, but it actually won't. And that really is what your research and your years of work, you've discovered that this is actually the perfect formula.
Exactly. And you want me to explain the angles?
Yes, please.
The reason you can't just elevate your legs is, you know, and that's how this whole thing got started.
Right.
We recommend leg elevation for so many different reasons.
You are a vascular surgeon.
And yet as a vascular, I found people in these crazy positions which clearly weren't helping. So we did the research. The good news is you don't have to memorize the angles. You just have to lay on the couch and put your legs up. We've done all that work for you. But the Lounge Doctor leg rest is designed to be used on a couch or in bed because you're trying to get your legs above your heart. So Donna's heart is here, trying to elevate your legs because that instantly lowers the pressure in the veins and allows you to take advantage of gravity to get that venous blood flowing again. Okay? And stop me if I lose anyone.
No, I'm with you.
But it's really pretty simple. Next, the thigh is tilted 40 degrees because if you tilt the thigh more than 40 degrees, you kink the vein in the hip there and that blocks blood flow. It's also uncomfortable to have your leg that flexed. The knee is bent 25 degrees because if you fully extend your knee or hyperextend your knee, like when you put your foot up on the end of a couch, you stretch that vein on the bone here that has a little prominence and that blocks blood flow. It's also more comfortable to have any joint slightly bent. It relaxes the tendons here. Next, the lower leg is tilted 15 degrees. This allows you to take advantage of gravity to get that blood flowing again. And Suzanne, this is where a lot of other products fail. If it's just a flat surface, the fluid's just sitting there like a body of water.
Almost like they pool.
Exactly, and that's why, like you said, you can't just use a couple of pillows because if the lower leg's flat, you're really not helping. You need to use gravity to get that blood flowing. Some products actually have it going in the wrong direction. And then,
oh my goodness, isn't that bad?
And then finally, the leg rest is contoured to fit the shape of your leg. You can see it's a perfect contoured fit here. And again, where a lot of products fail is that if it's a flat surface, you're gonna get a pressure point on the calf and on the heel there. So when you put all that science together, you get this unique contour design which comfortably fits the shape of the leg and gets the blood flowing again. And it's the only patented leg rest because of those angles. It's the only leg rest that elevates the legs correctly.
And you know, Doc, we've been on several times together, and obviously you've been here since you were discovered in 2017, and this has sold out every single time that you've been with us. Now, here's what he did today that's really, really different, and that's why, number 1, the large is almost gone. In fact, Catherine, my dear producer, how many of the large do we have left? I know we started out with, oh, there we go. I have exactly 740 left in the large. That has been the fastest seller. Also, the second most limited is going to be the small. But why has it been so popular today specifically? It is because he has an offer he's never done before. The original one, Doc, I know you did it. We did the regular foam. This is now upgraded to a beautiful memory foam. Also, we always gave you one color. For the first time ever, Doc has included now 2 covers total. And we will not do this again for the rest of the year. And if you think about your vascular health, if you think about that long list we just saw, which we'll see again, This is something that literally, Doc, you say, everyone should be doing it every single day. And everyone, not just like, oh, the guy who's the weekend warrior, or the top athlete, or wow, somebody who might have vascular issues. Literally, it is beneficial for everyone to have. But you'll not find a better offer than what we're offering right here. And again, it is only for today. Just FYI, normally this would just be $109 by itself. That's without the extra cover and without the beautiful new memory foam, which is also a cooler memory foam, which is lovely.
Yeah, this is really super comfortable. This kind of deluxe model is covered with this 2-inch layer of cool gel memory foam. We talked about how important that contour was. Well, this allows for just that perfect mold to fit your leg. And you can tell by the expression on Donna's face, it's just super comfortable. It's also cool gel, so it gives you that cool feeling when you elevate your legs. But and it still has the other foam lower down, so it's not a real heavy thing.
Well, that's what surprised me. Remember the first time we went on together? And I looked at it over there, and it was so substantial. I thought, I bet that thing weighs 3,000 pounds. Like, and I went to go pick it up, and I almost overlifted. You know what I mean? Like, I almost threw it over my shoulder because it's surprisingly lightweight. So today, Doc, you've really put together the very best model we've ever offered. We have it at the very best price we've ever done. And again, we've been on with the original model, one cover, multiple times, and it has always sold out. And if you don't mind, Doc, I'd love you to go back over some of the real benefits, why this is such a big deal, and why you do recommend that everyone use it every day.
Well, it's because you and I right now, you're sitting and I'm standing.
Yes.
Your veins are having to get the blood from here to here. I'm having to get my venous blood from here to here. So the veins are under pressure.
Right.
And over time, those veins get distended and stop functioning as well. That's why at least half of adults have vein problems. If you train doctors to really look for it, 80% of adults have vein problems.
No,
so
seriously.
it's all because of gravity. Whereas Donna is taking advantage of gravity. As soon as you get your leg above your heart, you're taking advantage of gravity. So people sit or stand all day at work. They come home with tired, aching legs, and they think that's just normal. Well, in fact, if they get on the couch and elevate their legs correctly for 15 minutes, if you do it correctly, it only takes 15 or 20 minutes, you flush out that sluggish venous blood flow, you instantly lower the pressure in the veins, and that gets rid of that aching, heavy feeling in your legs.
Yeah, and you know, it does something, it'll be a long day, or you're standing on your feet all day, or you're a school teacher, or God knows you know a school teacher, that you do come home and your legs just feel like they're dragging and sagging. You're like, gosh, it feels like I have two almost cement weights on my legs. It is because gravity is not our friend, you know?
Exactly.
It's taking everything south and very little up north, and obviously this is gonna reverse that process. Now, Donna, you know I'm gonna make you get up. Because this is one of the best feelings. Yeah, we're switching. I actually love doing this. And the very first time we did it together, I thought, oh, come on, I'm, you know, whoopee, whatever. And then I went, oh my gosh.
Couldn't get you off of it.
Oh no, it is. It was like I laid it down and was like, hello, I gotta go back to work. But this really is easy. I mean, you just, it actually puts you in the right position. And now, I'm good to go.
We have two complaints from this. Number one, people fall asleep because it's so comfortable. And number two, spouses fight over it.
True. You have zero. Now, when do you recommend using it? Morning, afternoon,
That's
evening?
An excellent question. You know, so many people are standing or sitting at work. And so I think when you come home from work is an excellent time to elevate your legs. So when you get home from work, it's a perfect time. Now, people have probably noticed that when they sleep at night, over the course of the night, their swelling goes down and their legs feel better in the morning. But that happens very gradually over a long time period. If you do this for 15 minutes before you go to bed to lower that pressure and get that blood flowing, you're going to get even a more restful night's sleep.
Oh, can you imagine? And how many patients and or people have you met or see that just complain about, my legs, I can't get to sleep at night. My legs are driving me crazy.
Yeah,
that is a very common complaint, isn't it?
Exactly, very common.
And should they expect to see a difference or feel, I know you feel a difference because you're laying here, it feels amazing.
What's really motivated us with this business is the calls we get from people. So people may have a vein problem or one of these conditions we've talked about, and for years they've been elevating their legs incorrectly, and then when they get the lounge doctor and they finally elevate their legs correctly, they're so grateful. They're like, why didn't I discover this 10 years ago? You know, why doesn't my doctor know about this? Which is how this whole thing got started. You know, we tell all these people to elevate their their legs, but no one told them how to do it correctly.
Right.
And it looks really simple, but there's actually a lot of science that goes into it. And we feel like we have a product that, number one, everyone needs, and number two, really changes people's lives.
Well, I get to introduce you again, and I don't mind it, but I am a little bummed I have to get up. But I have to get up to introduce you again. Because what's exciting about this is, number one, just the work that you've gone into it, and your years and years of being a vascular surgeon. You know, it's not like you're getting a recommendation from a plumber to put your feet up. You know, and it always feels better when you have your feet put up. It does, you know, even if you put your feet up for a little bit, you're reminded, gosh, it feels great, right? But I love it that he's here with us, and we're so excited because we discovered you through, of course, the American Dream series, which is really neat. And now you've gone on to have your very first Today special, and we're so excited because he came up with the idea after seeing his patients and treating those with leg elevation, but it was all the wrong way. And you said there's got to be a more scientific and a better way. You developed the most effective and comfortable way to elevate your legs, and of course, the Lounge Doctor Leg Rest is here. What's really cool about today's event is that it's available at the lowest price anywhere, the best offer you're going to get anywhere. You do get 2 covers, and so the 2 covers are important because you do want people to use this on a daily basis.
Exactly, and it's very easy to pop on and off and wash and put the new cover back on, but you know, they got some great colors too, so.
Yeah, we do, and I should give you the colors, guys, because I haven't done that. We have wine cappuccino, blue cappuccino, and then cappuccino cappuccino, which you get double, so it's everyone's going to get a cappuccino.
Exactly.
And then you're either going to pick the wine or the blue. Now, if you want the small, I only have it in the wine and blue choice now. The cappuccino is now completely sold out. So again, we're starting to get rather limited on some of the colors we have. The large right now, we are down to probably about the last 650, I'm going to guess at this point. We just don't have a lot of large available. But again, why the 3 sizes? I guess that's a good question too.
Well, the short answer is one size doesn't fit all, because if that contour doesn't fit correctly, you're going to get pressure points. So we all have a little bit different size legs, but someone who's really short doesn't want a real big one, and vice versa. So and it's very simple. You know, just got to know your height. You don't need a prescription or a doctor's appointment or anything. You just need to know how tall you are.
Right.
And there's a little bit of leeway because you just kind of scoot yourself up or down on the couch, but you can see it fits perfectly, and especially with the cool gel memory foam.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah,
and that's a really great upgrade too.
Yeah,
and again, that takes a lot more work to make this one than it did the original one. And it's a better price than the original one as well. All right, so we're gonna look at some of the things that might be your aha moment, where you go, oh, I would have never thought that would be me. Some are obvious, but let's check this list again and kind of walk us a little bit slower through this list, if you will.
Sure, right at the top of the list is vein problems. And again, at least half of adults have vein problems. If you train doctors to look for it, 80%. Why is that? Gravity. That's the bottom line here. We're working against gravity. Don is taking advantage of gravity. Lymphedema, another medical condition that causes leg swelling, very common. Leg injuries, because when you get a leg injury, it swells. That causes pain, and that interferes with healing. So you know to elevate your legs if you injure your leg. People having surgery, lower the risk of blood clot, keep that venous blood flowing. Women who are pregnant.
Oh, please. Doc, I'm sure you've not experienced this, but if you know anyone who is pregnant, this is going to be one of the greatest baby shower gifts, although you should probably give them to them months before it, baby shower gift you could ever give them.
Absolutely.
Because I remember being pregnant, and even your circulation, it's tough enough being pregnant and carrying all that extra weight, but your circulation's really taking a beating. It has to work so much harder.
Exactly.
So anybody, please, if you know a pregnant gal or someone who's going to be pregnant or has just gotten pregnant, trust me, this is a game changer for that.
You have a lot of vein problems when you're pregnant because of hormonal changes, but in my opinion, because I have 4 kids of my own, it's after
seen the wife
it's after you deliver that you really deserve to take 15 minutes every day. Yeah, so
well,
great
it's
gift.
funny, but it's funny because we say, hey, put your feet up, take a break. We always say, take a break, put your feet up. Like, that's a common saying, but there's really so much truth to that. You just have to do it the right way, and if you're not doing the right way, it actually can be more detrimental. You've obviously figured out how it can be done the right way. Now, I do want to point out our FlexPay, because I do think, Doc, when people see this, you go, oh, I don't know, should I try it? First off, even if you're not on that list, and I swear all of us are somewhere on that list, but let's say you're not, it's one of the most relaxing feelings. You literally feel the weight of the earth melt off your body. I mean, it just dissolves without having to do any crazy upside down stuff. You can just really feel that the weight, the gravitational pull just melts, and you really start to deeply relax. You know, it's not just like, okay, I'm sitting here hoping 15 minutes says hurry up and get it done. You really feel instantly this deep relaxation. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous feeling. So that's great in and of itself, but you have to do it the right way. It's not just put your feet up and oh, hey, it's gonna work. Make sure you do it the right way, and clearly this has been designed to do just that. If you don't mind also, Doc, I'd love to read some reviews. This one is the Jenny from Texas. She says, I used to sleep with 2 or 3 pillows every night under my feet. This solved that problem in an instant. How interesting is that? In an instant. Didn't take weeks. That's
what's really motivated us, because it really does. The first time you use it, just like you said, you're like, wow, this works.
It's like, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Catherine, go ahead, honey. Oh my goodness. Okay, just got an update. In all sizes, if you want the cap, it's like cappuccino, cappuccino. So if you want the cappuccino combination, those will be all gone in all sizes in this very airing. So if you want 2 of these in your collection, this is your last chance, that's it. Then the rest will be cappuccino blue or cappuccino with the wine. And also a heads up, again, going back to that 5'10" plus height, that will sell out first. It's almost completely gone, and that's the large. But I just want to read a few more reviews if you don't mind. And I've got, oh, it's funny, you know what's really wild? I have, and this is just the start of it, 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, I have 4 pages of perfect 5-star reviews. You think it works? Just read the reviews, you know, and it really does. This is Feet, Florida. This does the job. I would say buy it. This is SJ in Wisconsin. I love the way it gives my lower back and legs the relaxation. That's funny. We don't talk about low back very often with this.
By flexing the thigh, it relaxes the muscles in the lower back.
How interesting. And that's, did you know that was going to happen, or is that a byproduct of what people are saying about it?
Good question. As a vascular surgeon, obviously my focus was vein problems and lymphedema, but this was something people kept telling us.
So you found out, it makes sense though, doesn't it? And you're taking the pressure off your hips too when you really think about it. All right, Blonde in Kentucky says, this is wonderful. The first day of using it was incredible. See, that's the funny thing. A lot of times you get a product and you go, you know, we give you a 30-day return policy. Awesome, isn't that great? But you're like, okay, makeup, maybe it's 60 days for some cosmetics or whatever. You will know if it works for you the minute you use it. This is not, oh, test it for 20 days and hope you love it. You will know it or you won't. It's very quickly, and very quickly you'll understand that wow factor, that oh my gosh factor. It really does feel that way. All right, another one says, Cricket in California says, I've been using it for a few hours every day, and she put a big smiley on the end. McCall girl in Illinois. It's so comfortable, here it is, it makes me fall asleep.
A common complaint.
How often have you heard that?
Common complaint.
Isn't that funny?
Yep.
I mean, and that, you know what, when you're able to fall asleep using it, that's what a deeply relaxing state your body is getting into because of it, correct?
Right, and it forces you to stop and do nothing, which I think from a wellness perspective is so healthy. We run around every day, and to actually have to stop and relax is both mentally and physically has some enormous benefits.
Here's Stunning in Florida. She said, can't live without it. Thank you for helping me. I recommend, exclamation point. All right, so take us through the science again, if you will.
Sure. Again, don't have to memorize any of these angles, but for those who like to understand it, it's really not expensive. The legs higher than the heart. You've got your back flat on the couch or in bed. The thigh is tilted 40 degrees, because if you tilt it more than 40 degrees, you're going to kink the vein at the hip there, and it's also uncomfortable. The knee is bent 25 degrees, because if you hyperextend the knee, you stretch the vein across the bone there, and that obstructs blood flow and is also uncomfortable. And then the lower leg tilted 15 degrees, so you can take advantage of gravity. Again, most products either have it flat or in the wrong direction, and so the fluid's just sitting there. 2 pillows, same thing, the lower leg's just flat. And then finally, that contour design so that all of the weight of Donna's legs are distributed over that large surface area. Most products have a flat surface, and you're going to get a pressure point here and a pressure point there. Again, that's why you have to have the 3 sizes. You want to have that perfect fit.
Right, the perfect fit. Yeah. And again, you want something with the two covers that comes with this, so you can clean one if it happens to get dirty. Maybe you put your shoes on there and you get a mark on it. It doesn't matter. With our configuration today only, you actually get 2 covers. Also, that cool memory foam gel is brand new with this addition. So you're getting the best version that you've ever created and the best value, and yet yet it is the lowest price we've done. It's the day to get it. And it's never been a today's special. We have had great success with it. In fact, just today alone, over 7,100 have now been ordered. And we're what, 3 o'clock out in the West Coast? 3 o'clock in the West Coast. We're down to the final 2,000 for the rest of the day. And my producer, Catherine, just said, update. Oh my goodness, cappuccino is totally gone in large, medium, and small. Okay, I see, and you all sit at home and you're going, yeah, right.
But they'll still get a cappuccino.
You can still get it, but you're either gonna get the blue or the wine, which is fine. I mean, they're all really nice looking. In fact, let me show you really quickly. Here's the blue, wait, and this is the thing. I almost threw this over my shoulder the first time I picked it up. It's so substantial, it's so beautifully made. It looks like it's gonna weigh a ton, because I think we think thick, heavy memory foam pillows is what we think. Look at this, you guys. It's literally so light. Isn't that awesome? And yet it is durable as well, isn't it?
I've had mine for 11 years. So,
have you really?
Yeah, so you don't need a doctor's appointment, you don't need a prescription, you just need to know how tall you are, and all those conditions, this is what you need.
And I kind of, if you don't mind, guys, I'm going to show the sizes, but if we can go over the conditions again, because I think that's kind of the aha thing. But here it is. You want the small if you're under 5'5". If you're medium, you're 5'5" to 5'10". And then if you're over 5'10", you want to pick up the large. We are down to only the blue or the wine. Everyone also gets the cappuccino with it. The small, medium, large, and the cap version is now completely sold out. And again, I just want to look at this list because we are all there somewhere. For example, I play a lot of tennis, so let's talk about someone who actually is very active, but I have had knee surgery, I had my ACL redone. I don't have a current leg injury, but I do get swelling in my knee.
Well, and also athletes can use it because you're getting that venous blood flowing to flush out that lactic acid and get rid of the soreness and speed muscle recovery.
Oh, the buildup of it. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's talk about post-surgery. Why is that important?
For a lot of reasons. One, if you're having surgery on your foot, for example, you get rid of the pain and the swelling that interferes with healing. But also, when you have surgery at risk for blood clots, and by keeping that blood flowing, you're lowering your risk of a blood clot.
Oh,
so critically important.
Yeah, that gets to the critical part.
Yeah, and people who have surgery can also get lymphedema from the incisions and things, so very helpful for people having surgery.
And I love the one that says helps relax. Okay, we're all in that crowd. You might say no to everything else, but I think we all in our lives need a way to relax. And what's really crazy is you will deeply relax. Who would have thought that something that is very complicated for you guys to figure out, but it's so simple for us to use, can give you that level of relaxation. It's effortless relaxing.
Yeah, and it's deceptive because it looks so simple, but in fact, there's all this science that's kind of hidden in there.
Right, yeah, exactly. Right.
But I don't know what it is about elevating your legs, but we get that all the time. People say, I can't stay awake with it. I think it forces you to stop, and I think there's something about elevating your legs that's kind of synonymous with relaxing.
Right. Well, and then the other comment was too, what if you're saying, hey, you know what? What about my back? Well, guess what? This also, as you've read in some of the comments, has helped people. Now, again, it's not going to cure anything. We would never say that. But again, I thought that was really interesting. You guys have discovered that a lot of people say, hey, my back's even feeling better. Here's another one, Jazzy Doll in Minnesota. It's comfortable and sturdy. Sweetheart in California said, love this. We have Miss Penny's in California. Easy to store, perfect height. Now I have to buy one for my husband because we fight over mine.
There you go.
There we go.
We get that all the time.
Just get two. And also I want to mention, we have a really neat thing going on today, which we've never done before. It's a big health and fitness day, all about eating well, living better. We all want to do that. We have fill your cart for $5. It's huge. So only today, $5 to ship your entire order. So if you want to get two, like our last the gal who commented, this is the day to do it because you can buy as many as you want as long as we're shipping them to one place. You're only going to spend $5 total all day long for all the items you ship to your house. We've never done that before, and that's huge because the savings on the shipping alone, especially with so many great health items today, is going to be substantial. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Dr. Chris, I'm going to say goodbye to you for now.
Thanks,
Thank you for everything as always.
Enjoyed it.
All right, remember, we are down to only two choices left, the cappuccino blue, cappuccino wine in all three sizes. And again, we're getting very limited at this point. Coming up next, I got more great ways to keep you healthy.